Hi guys, so today I decided to make a video just showing you the different different books that I use. Most of them are cookbooks, some of them are reference books that talk about veganism and healthy eating and just healthy diet, things like that. So I've been wanting to make this video for a long time and just stuff came up. I've been really busy, so I decided to do it today. So I'm going to start off with the book that inspired me really to become a vegan. I was vegetarian before, and I got this book for Christmas and decided to try veganism. And it's the Alicia Silverstone book. It's called The Kind Diet. And like I said, this book really really inspired me to change my diet. Like I said, I was vegetarian before for many years, and got this book at around Christmas time last year. So yeah, about a year and a half ago. And just started reading it and got really inspired by the things that she was saying, and the stuff just made sense to me, and I figured, let me try this, and if it doesn't work or I don't feel good, I'm gonna listen to my body. If I don't feel good, then I'll change. But I've been vegan ever since. So this I definitely feel like is a must, and this is a great book because about half of it, okay, let's see where the recipes actually start. Okay, so I'll make this for you guys. Okay, so about this much of the book is just information, basically about healthy eating, how to transition to a vegan diet, whether you're vegetarian or eat meat, sort of a little bit about the environmental reasons, the impact on the animals, things like that. And then the other half is recipes, and it's really great. She has some nice pictures in there. So far, all the recipes that I've tried in this book are really good. And another great thing about this is she has it divided into sections. So the first part of her section she calls is for flirts, and that's for people that are interested in becoming vegan or vegetarian, but they don't want to do it full time. So it's sort of transitioning into it. Then she has another one, just pure vegan recipes. And then at the end she has something called Superhero, which kind of follows a macrobiotic diet, which is a little more restrictive. And like I said, I've tried recipes from every section and really good. So this was my first really big one that I definitely recommend. Okay, so I'm just gonna go into, there's really no particular order. I just wanted to start with that one because that was the one that inspired me. I'll just go with the pile of books that I have. This next book is not necessarily a vegan cookbook. There's vegan recipes, but it's just a healthy eating cookbook. But there's quite a few vegan recipes, and I just love this book. This is Gwyneth Paltrow's book. It's called It's All Good, Delicious, Easy Recipes That Will Make You Look Good and Feel Great. Here we go. And she has another cookbook that I never tried, but this one I was really interested in because I saw her on I think it was on a talk show or some sort of interview, and she was talking about incorporating more vegan recipes, so I thought I would check it out. And yeah, and this book has really great recipes. I've made recipes from this book, the vegan recipes from this book, and given it to people that swear on eating meat, and they love the recipes. So this definitely is a great, I would recommend this for anybody really that loves to cook and that wants to cook healthy. It's probably really great for somebody who wants to transition into a vegan diet because there's recipes, there's meat recipes, there's fish recipes, there's vegan recipes, there's everything, there's gluten-free, there's something for everybody. So also if you're cooking for members of your family that are not vegan or vegetarian like I do, there's really great recipes in here, so definitely this one. Okay, so my next one is, okay, I'm going to start with this one because I have a few from this series, is the Skinny Bitch series. And I heard about this series through a friend of mine who is a vegetarian, or was vegetarian. She's sort of on and off. But she told me about the Skinny Bitch books, and I thought I would read it. And the first one I'll show you, just the first one, Skinny Bitch. This one is not a recipe book. This one is just a resource book. It's basically about healthy eating, a little bit about the animals, and some studies in here too, about what eating animal products can do to your body. And it's written in a very tongue-in-cheek kind of way. I mean, it's called Skinny Bitch, but it's not a diet book. It's not about losing weight. It's about being at your optimal health, but in a really tongue-in-cheek way. So this is a fun book. It's a really, really easy read for someone who's kind of curious about the vegetarian or vegan lifestyle. It's interesting. So I have two others from this series, and I have this one that I got when I started transitioning to a vegan diet, and I wanted sort of resource books. And this one's called Skinny Bitch, Book of Vegan Swaps. And there we go. This one's really good for starting off. I don't really refer to it now, maybe every once in a while. There's a few recipes at the beginning, but basically it'll tell you sort of vegan options for popular foods that you like. So, I don't know, like if you want cream cheese, what kind of vegan cream cheeses there are. So it's a great resource. Like here, I'll just go to a random page. She has a page about noodles and which noodles you should be trying that are really good for you, like soba noodles, udon noodles. Then she actually talks about different brands, like best organic noodles, and things like that. So if you actually want to go to a health food store and look for certain brands, you can do that with this book. So this is a great resource if you're starting off. And then a cookbook that I have is from one of the authors of the Skinny Bitch series. It's called Skinny Bitch Ultimate Everyday Cookbook. And this one has some really good recipes. My only, I don't want to say criticism, but I guess criticism of this book for me personally is in the section for the entrees, for the main dishes, there's a lot, sorry, there's a lot of tofu and fake meat kind of recipes, and I don't eat that. I get my protein from vegetables and from beans and legumes, but if you do eat tofu, there's a lot of, they look good. I haven't tried them personally. Tofu recipes. So for all the recipes that I've tried in her book are really good. Like I said, for me personally, she has like sort of dessert recipes, have a lot of sugar and things like that, or there's tofu in there. So sometimes I'll take her recipes and modify them for what I eat, because I don't rely on tofu. I don't eat soy. But I would still definitely recommend this book. There's some really, really good recipes. Okay. Oh, I'll go to another. Okay, I'll go to another cookbook, and then the rest of them that I'll do are sort of information resource books. This cookbook I really, really like. This is Vegan Cooking for Carnivores, and by Roberto Martin. I'll show you the cover. This book I heard about because he was on Ellen DeGeneres' show. He's her personal chef. And in case you guys don't know, Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi, they're vegans. So I thought I would check out his cookbook, see if it has some good recipes. And I was pleasantly surprised. The recipes are really, really good. They're really easy to make. He has a little section at the beginning, sort of information about how you should stock your pantry and your fridge kind of thing. But really, really good recipes, and it has some really nice pictures. Like here, this is the section for soups. By the way, this soup is amazing. This is a black bean, sort of Mexican style soup. It's really, really good. So he has some really great recipes in here. So I definitely recommend this one as well. Okay, so the next books that I'm going to talk about are resource books. And I'll go with this one first. This is by Kathy Freston. It's called Veganist. And this is a great book if you want to know about reasons behind going vegan. A lot about, her book focuses a lot about the environmental impact that the animal industry, the meat industry has on the environment, on the planet. There's a lot about the animals. So, I mean, if you don't want to read, she does give a warning at a certain part that certain things are graphic when she starts talking about factory farming. So if you don't want to read that, that's your choice. But I found this book really, really interesting, and every once in a while, I mean, I've read it twice already, but every once in a while I'll go back to certain sections and reread it because it's really interesting. So I really like this. Another one that I think pretty much everyone that is vegan or interested in the vegan diet maybe hasn't read this book, but has definitely heard about this book because it's definitely talked about it a lot. It's a big study. It's called the China Study. And yeah, this is definitely a big one that probably everybody knows about. To be honest, I have not finished this book. I started reading it, and then my problem is when I go shopping for books is I buy many at the same time. So I might start reading one. Like something like this is not a novel that once you get into you want to read it over and over again. This one's very scientific. It's very, very interesting. Very scientific. There's numbers, there's graphs. So it's one of those things that, for me anyway, you know, that I can't really sit down and just read front to cover. But it's definitely very interesting. If you want to know the science behind just studies that have been done about what animal products do to your body, why cancer rates are on the rise, and things like that. If you have loved ones that have diabetes, cancer, heart disease, you definitely want to pick this up and read this. Really, really good. That's gonna fall. Okay, so the last two are from the same author. They're from the same series, and I believe this one is the first one, so I'll show you guys. It's the Beauty Detox Solution by Kimberly Snyder. That's the first one. And the other one that I have is the Beauty Detox Foods by Kimberly Snyder. These are great. These are probably one of my favorite out of all of these that I have. Recipe wise and just information wise. These books, both of these books, they do have recipes, but the information that they have is not about animal welfare or things like that. It's about which foods are healthy for you. So even if you're not necessarily wanting to try a vegan diet, I mean, she does talk about maybe incorporating some vegetarian meals into your week if you eat meat. She also talks about trying to eliminate dairy and things like that, but she words it in such a way that if you're not completely vegetarian or vegan, it's doable. But basically she talks about which foods are good for you and why, and what kind of nutrients they have. So they're really, really an interesting read. And also if you want to know, if you're curious, if you're going into a vegan diet or even vegetarianism and you want to know if you're getting the proper nutrients and proper vitamins, she breaks it down as to as to which foods have what kind of nutrients and which foods are the best kind of foods to eat. In this one, the Beauty Detox Food, she has some really great recipes, and I'll show you with some nice pictures as well. Like, okay, here we go. She has a gluten-free lasagna. Really, really good. I actually got this one first, but I believe this one was published beforehand. But I got this one first and really, really liked it, and then wanted to get this one. This one has some recipes as well, but only a few. This one is mostly information. But really, really great books. So I definitely recommend these as well. Okay, so those are pretty much all my books about veganism and vegetarianism and eating healthy. So I just wanted to make a quick video showing this to you guys, just to sort of give you ideas if you're transitioning or if you like to cook like me and looking for new books to buy. Alright, So I'll see you guys next video. Bye.